It's a beautiful spring afternoon here in South Texas. About 26 degrees. No humidity yet, still the spring, so it's kind of nice. The birds are chirping. I've already got, about 2.5, almost 3 hours in my legs. Very ready to be home, but hey, I'm not complaining. My recovery shake awaits. I've got breath in my lungs, and I'm out on the bike, and I'm dreaming of that recovery shake. So let's get it. So over the last couple of days, I've had the chance to help out some of my friends with bike repairs. And one of them was this beautiful Linsky titanium frame. My goodness, just a stunning bike. Titanium, super interesting material. A lot of your typical Walmart bikes are made out of steel. Some might be made out of aluminum, lighter material, lighter metal, others carbon fiber. But titanium, just a beautiful material to use for a bike. So as I finish my recovery shake, I want to take a few minutes and I want to talk about tools. Now, even if you're even a little bit handy, you probably have the common set of tools in your toolbox. Maybe a hammer, screwdrivers, wrenches, needle nose pliers, maybe even a hacksaw. But I'm talking about bike-specific tools here, things that are going to help when you need to work on your bike in your own garage, in your own home. You need the right tools, and it's going to make your job 100 times easier. So here are 5 specific tools that I've found to be really helpful when you're working on your bike on your own. Tool number 1, a basic set of Allen keys. I use the 4mm, the 5mm, and I'd say maybe the 8mm for my pedals more often than not. But a full set is going to be super helpful, really just depending upon your bike and the specific hex bolts on your bike. The other thing that I have that has come in really handy is these Park Tool 3-way hex wrenches. Comes in a 4, 5, and 6mm size, and then a 2, 2.5, and 3mm size. These are often better for gripping and turning than one of the small hex wrenches yourself. And your local hardware store or Amazon is going to have a basic set of these hex keys for less than $10. These Park Tool ones are going to be a little bit more expensive, but for the convenience and the durability, I think they're worth it. Tool number 2 is a torque wrench. These are absolutely necessary when you work on carbon fiber bikes. Carbon is actually a lot stronger than steel under certain kinds of load, but it can't handle the clamping force as well as steel, aluminum, or titanium. And so that's why a torque wrench is required to get the right amount of torque on the bolt or the clamp or whatever it is you're tightening so that you don't crush the carbon. The other thing that I'll throw in with the torque wrench, and it's not quite the same, but it's still super helpful, is this torque key. This one's by Ritchie, and this actually gets me 5 Newton meters. It's a set fixed torque, so I can just know that as soon as I turn this and it clicks, I'm at 5 Newton meters. This is a little bit cheaper than the full-blown torque wrench, but I think torque wrenches are absolutely necessary and critical. If you're going to be working on a carbon fiber bike at home, you have to have a torque wrench. Tool number 3 is this repair stand. You're going to think, well, I don't own a bike shop. Why pay for a repair stand? Now, all I can say is that I think it would be so much harder to work on my bike without this. And I actually built this one from a few different parts. The base here is an old speaker stand, and the clamp is something I found on Amazon, and it coupled actually perfectly. There's some pretty expensive options out there when it comes to bike stands, but you're not needing an all-day, everyday, durable quality one for just being a home mechanic. So find something that suits your needs, you won't regret it. Tool number 4 is a chain tool. If you ever need to remove your chain or install a new one or fix a stuck link, this little guy is for you. Comes in a bunch of different shapes and sizes, and it effectively works by pushing out the pin that holds the links of the chain together so that you can disconnect and push out the pin to either remove the chain or shorten the chain if you're installing a new one. They come in different shapes and sizes, but this one here is the Park Tool CT5. Inexpensive, easy to use, a tool you don't want to leave out of the mix. Tool number 5, quick link pliers. Many chains these days are connected together via a quick link, a small two-piece link that can join a chain together easily. Some of these are reusable, some are single use, but this tool is really helpful to remove and install a quick link. And I know that if I'm removing my chain from the bike for cleaning, this tool just makes removing the quick link a breeze. And if you think, well, why not just use a standard set of needle nose pliers? Trust me, these little guys, because of the way they're shaped and how they work, are gonna make your job 100 times easier. They're inexpensive, quick link pliers to help you out removing and installing a chain. So those are 5 tools I use probably most often here in my garage when I'm working on my bike or the bikes of my friends. And I have some more that I've collected over the years, as you may see behind me, but I think that may be the topic for another video. So are there tools that I've missed, things that you would add to the list that are necessary for someone new just kind of wanting to get into repairing their bike at home? If there is, leave it in the description down below. I'd love to hear from you. Well, that's it for this one. I'll see you all in the next one.